Yes, it's George Burns and Gracie Alllen.
Well, as we look in at the Burns home today, we find Gracie in urgent consultation with her next-door neighbor, Dr. Miller, the psychiatrist.
You know, it's George I'm worried about, Dr. Miller. He's in the other room right now, so we can talk about him.
Well, what seems to be the trouble with George?
Well,
And if I call you Buttercup, the dandelions would eat you up. So buy a ring and change your name to mine.
Was that George?
Yes.
Mrs. Burns, I'm only a psychiatrist. That man needs a physician. He's suffering.
Oh, no, he was singing. And that's what I'm worried about.
And with very good reason.
You see, George has a complex about Bing Crosby. He broods because Bing got all the singing jobs he should have had.
I see. He feels that Crosby has usurped his rightful glory.
And it's true. Who's the most popular man in show business today? Bing Crosby. And how did he get there? Over my husband's dead tonsil.
What do you mean, Gracie?
Bing Crosby has kept George from singing.
Small wonder he's very popular in show business. How did Bing accomplish this endearing feat?
Oh, well, it all started back in 1932 when George and I worked in a picture with Bing, The Big Broadcast. Now, George was supposed to sing, but someone opened the windows in his dressing room and he caught cold. So Bing got the songs.
I see.
Now, mind you, I don't say it was Bing who opened those windows, but draw your own conclusion.
Well, Mrs. Burns, Bing Crosby is a very fine and a very intelligent man. Therefore, I think it's safe to assume he did open the window.
I knew it. That's how he kept George's voice out of pictures. Then came radio. In 1935, the Kraft program went on the air. They wanted a voice that would sell cheese, so George auditioned.
What happened?
Well, Mr. Kraft himself said that George Burns has the cheesiest voice in America. But did he get the program? No, Crosby got it. Politics.
You really believe your husband is good, don't you?
Oh, to my mind, George Burns is the greatest singer of all time. Oh, Dr. Miller, I wish you could fix everyone's mind so they think like me.
Unfortunately, by my oath as a psychiatrist, I have sworn to do just the opposite. However, your husband's complex is a very real condition, and we must help him.
Well, how can we do that?
By building up his ego. We must flatter him until his faith in himself is restored and he once more sings every day at his fullest power. Then he'll be happy, you'll be happy, and I'll keep my windows closed.
I hear him stirring around, so we'll try it on him now.
Well, Gracie, Oh, Dr. Miller?
Hello, George. Gracie and I were just saying what a beautiful singing voice you have.
Really? Well, sit down, Doc. I'll sing you 14 or 15 numbers. From time to time,
George,
and
I
every
just remembered
time.
I have a patient waiting for
But,
me.
Doctor...
Some other time, George. So
From
long.
time to time... Nobody ever listens to me. Crosby is the one they want to hear.
Oh, pooh to Crosby. You're twice the singer he is.
I know, but he's the one they want to hear.
Well, I can't understand why. All he ever sings is White Christmas. If they ever change the color of Christmas, he's through.
Yeah, I can't get over the way he cut me out of the picture in the big broadcast of 1932.
And the same thing happened in 1933 when we made college humor with him. He sang the hit song, Learn to Croon.
Learn to croon if you want to win my heart's desire.
You know, they shouldn't have let Crosby mess that song up. They should have let you do it.
You're right.
And then Down the Old Ox Road was in the same picture, and Bing grabbed that one, too.
Down the old ox road. Oh, you'll never find out where it is by looking at my...
That was meant for you. Nobody should go down the old ox road but the old ox himself.
Yeah, I guess I was robbed.
And it kept up. In 1934, we made We're Not Resting, and one of the hit tunes was Love Thy Neighbor. Again, they let Crosby mangle it instead of you.
Love thy neighbor.
Oh, what a voice. You know, I've got an idea.
Step up and say how do you.
Oh, that's beautiful, dear. Now, my idea...
Gee, but it's good to see you, pal.
Oh, lovely. My idea...
How's tricks?
My idea...
What's new?
Oh, stop that rack and let me through. You'll never get the recognition.
I heard something new. Yes, I didn't know what it was.
You'll never get the recognition you deserve as long as Bing is around. My idea is to get him to retire. What work do you do now?
Well, I take care of, I do all the, I'm the one who goes see Crosby.
Hello? Oh, hello, Sonny. Is your father, Bing Crosby, at home?
Sure, come on in.
Thank you.
Pop's just getting cleaned up. He's been playing football with us kids. He was Notre Dame and we were Southern California.
Oh, who won?
Well, let's put it this way. It was a terrible upset.
Oh, I see.
What are you going to talk to Pop about?
Well, I'm going to see if I can get him to retire.
What's that?
Oh, well, when a man retires, he just plays golf and goes fishing and hunting and doesn't worry about work.
Gee, Pop's been retired for years.
Well, I want him to retire even more. I want him to stop singing so that my husband can become the country's favorite singer.
Oh, well, I'll go get him. You wait right here, Mrs. Sinatra.
Well, if Bing plays football with his sons, he must be in pretty good condition. Or really have to lay it on thick to talk him into retiring.
Lady to see me? Now, why, Gracie, how are you?
Oh, I'm afraid the little boy made a mistake. I wanted to see his father, not his grandfather.
Grandfather?
Yes. Haven't you got a son named Bing?
No, we got him by just about any other name, though.
Well, hobble back to your rocking chair, old timer. I want to talk to Bing Crosby, the singer.
Gracie, don't you recognize me? Where the blue of the night meets the gold of the day.
Bing! Why, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor man. Here, lean on my shoulder.
Yeah, now, what is this old age routine? You wouldn't be giving me the needle, would you?
Well, gladly. Where's the adrenaline?
Do I really look that bad?
Well, Bing, I don't know now. I don't want to worry you, but you know that last picture you made with Barry Fitzgerald?
Yes?
Well, it wasn't until you sang that I knew which one was you.
Gracie, surely you're jesting.
No, Bing, you're driving yourself too hard. Besides movies, you're a radio actor, and that must tire you out.
Well, the radio program doesn't tire me so much, but I do get a bit bushed delivering those large Philcos, the big sets. The television they have.
Yeah.
Now. We've got the 1201. And
I know
that's a
it.
little. The portable I don't, but the big set.
Yeah. Well, Bing, there's only one thing for you to do.
Yeah?
You've got to retire before it's too late.
Oh, that word retire. There's a lovely ring to it. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could? Then I wouldn't have to care how I dress.
Well, you mean you do now?
Please. These little ensembles are chosen by my tailor, a man with impeccable taste, but deaf.
Uh-huh. He can't see too well either.
But there's no use dreaming, Gracie. How can I retire? I have contracts, commitments.
Well, that's where I can help you, Bing. Now, look, I have a singer who could step right into your shoes. He sounds enough like you to be your brother.
Really?
Yes. He'll take over your jobs and your money.
That is my brother.
Oh, no.
No?
No, Someone else, a beautiful singer.
Perry Como.
No.
Dick Haynes.
No?
Don't tell me it's, F-R-A-N-K.
Oh, no.
Forgive me for spelling, but I don't want the children to learn that word. Why give up, Gracie? Who is this singer you've groomed to take my place?
My husband, the Beverly Hills Nightingale, Sugar Throat Burns.
I didn't know he could sing.
Oh, yes,
Really?
that big, handsome brute is 110 pounds of solid talent.
Well, this I must see and hear.
Well, get your hat and we'll go see him right now.
Good. Oh, Dennis,
Yes, Pop?
run and fetch my red suede bowler with the green feather, will you? Tell your mother I'll be gone for an hour or so.
Oh, gee, Pop. We wanted you to play cowboys and Indians with us.
Sorry, laddie boy. This time you'll have to scalp your mother. Come along, Gracie.
Oh, yes, Sonny. It's too late to scalp your father. I have some good news, George. Bing has agreed to retire and let you take over his career.
Really, Bing? Well, I have the matter under consideration. Gracie tells me that you bleat a beautiful batch of baritone.
Well, I do have the type voice that makes women swoon.
Oh, don't be so modest. When you sing, even men faint. Now, I'll leave you two alone to talk business, huh? Excuse me.
Certainly, Gracie. George, now, if you take over my chores, just what percentage of my weekly stipend would you figure to latch on to?
Well, roughly 95%.
Smooth that out a little.
Well, we'll see. How do you get paid, Bing?
Well, my weekly check is sent to my brother Everett, who deducts 10% as agent's fee. He then passes it to brother Larry, who deducts another 10%.
What for?
Well, he's my brother Everett's agent.
See.
Now, Larry, he now laterals the check to my brother Barney, who deducts 15%.
What's he?
He's Larry's business manager. And Barney then kicks the tattered remnants of the check to the home team, where Dixie makes a nice running over-the-shoulder catch, removes a fast 40%, and cuts up the rest with the four boys.
Bing, how do you get your hands on any money?
Well, fortunately, my youngest boy isn't too hep on the fight racket. I managed to clip him for an occasional buck by getting him to place a small wager against Joe Louis.
What a system.
If Joe ever has a bad night, there goes my mad money.
Well, money isn't important to me, Bing. I'll take over your program for free.
There's one thing that worries me, George. Now, suppose I decided to come out of retirement someday. If you're as good as Gracie says, I'll never get my program back.
Yeah, you're right. Tell you what, Bing. I won't sing my best. I'll hold back.
Hold back, huh? Well, that's mighty decent of you, hold back. By the way, I'm anxious to hear you croon. You going to give me a short touch of some of your mellow stuff?
Okay, Bing.
The birds are sweetly singing and perfume flowers are bringing them. The wind is going out, it's passing by. Well, Bing?
Don't hold back quite so much.
That was just behind
Yeah,
us.
you got
Well, boy, did you get all the details settled?
Gracie, I'm not so sure I should retire.
What?
Well, I just put the Erie on Sugar Throat here. Boy's a little granulated.
Bing, how can you say that? Well, George was a sensation even back in vaudeville.
This boy wowed them in the old two-a-day? Did he?
Oh, the audiences loved him. Well, they used to bring their lunches and share them with George.
Really?
But when he started to sing, they'd throw the food on the stage.
That's right, Bing.
You see, Bing, ordinary singers like you can handle notes like A and E and G, but George sings notes that aren't even in the scale.
Makes them up himself, huh?
No, Gracie,
Well,
I'm
it's
not.
true, George. According to Paul Whiteman, you once hit an L.
An L.
Yes. You hit a high note, and Whiteman said, that note sounds...
I remember.
It may surprise you a little, Gracie, but I hit the same note myself. Very note.
Ah, you're bragging.
You don't think I can?
Let's
Well, you
hear
just
you.
get George to
All
grab
right.
a fistful of the white keys over there in that piano, and I'll prove a point to you. How soon will I be seeing you? How soon? I wish I really knew. And when will I be saying
words you want to hear, tender little love words, story old, meaning clear. How soon will I be close to you and dance the way we used to do? I see your star eyes gleaming. Don't mind me if I'm dreaming. Tell me, darling, now how soon? Tell me, darling, now how
Bing, that was beautiful. You know, Gracie, I'm not better than Bing.
You're not?
Now, he's just as good as I am. Come in.
Hi, Burnses.
Hello.
Well, Bing.
Oh, hi, Bill boy.
What's your day?
You two seem to know one another.
Why, everyone knows this ladies' man. Metro may have its Leo the Lion, but Paramount, we have Willie the Wolf.
You know, Bing and I used to live next door to one another.
That's right, but Bill moved away. When we had 4 boys, he saw there was no future in it. However, Bill, listen, you're an old trusted friend of mine. I shall certainly treasure your advice.
Yeah?
Would you really tell me the truth now? Do you think I should retire?
Oh, no, Bing, you can't retire. You and I are the number 1 and number 2 attractions at Paramount. If you retire, who'll fill the number 2 spot?
Modesty, thy name is a good one.
Now, that reminds me, Bing, if you retire, George will not only replace you on the radio, but in pictures.
What? You want George to replace Bing in pictures?
Well, why not? He'll look pretty good in there beside Bob Hope.
Beside Hope, anybody looks good.
And George is a wonderful actor, too. You wait right here, and I'll go get his press clippings.
You may go now.
Repeat broadcast, you can straighten these things out. In the morning and do it again.
Yes. Hope she brings back the right clipping. Well, I haven't counted on taking over your picture work, Bing, but I guess I can handle it. What picture are you shooting right now?
Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, Bing.
Yeah?
If anybody replaces you in that picture, it should be me.
You feel it?
Yes, I'm a natural for that chivalry stuff. You know, women think of me as a knight.
They do?
Oh, sure. Every time I take a girl home from a date, she says, "What a night."
Oh. Now, look, Bill.
Believe me, Bing.
Oh, Bill, you're such a fool.
I would be sensational in that King Arthur picture. Now, get this scene.
Hey, look, Bill, if anybody replaces Bing in the Connecticut Yankee, it'll be me.
Well, okay, George, but that'll be the first time a Connecticut Yank was ever played by a California jerk. So long, Bing.
Go get your press clipping. Oh, you know, George, my vision of retirement grows dimmer by the moment.
But, Bing, you... Oh, here comes Gracie. Well, Gracie, what about my press clipping?
Well, I found them.
Well?
I read them.
Well?
I burned them.
Well, good.
But they weren't fair to him, Bing. He's really a fine actor. He can express tender love in a way that melts the heart. He can express sheer horror in a way that chills the blood. Show him, George.
Come closer to me. Closer.
Oh, how horrible. Oh, I can't stand it.
That was tender love.
Oh.
A surprise, yes.
You know, Luella might differ with me, but I don't think this kid is quite ready for pictures.
Oh, look. Here comes our friend, Mr. Judson. We'll ask his opinion about you retiring.
Who's Judson?
Oh, a big oil millionaire from Texas. Come in.
Howdy, little lady. Howdy, Burns.
Hello, Mr.
Hello,
Judson.
Mr. Judson.
Oh, I'd like you to meet our friend, Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. Say, I'm proud to shake your hand. I admire your singing. I admire your acting. You're a mighty celebrated man.
Thank you, sir.
What part of Texas you from?
I'm not a Texan.
Oh, now you must be kidding. A famous man like you just can't be a foreigner.
However, I hail from the happy little hamlet of Spokane, Washington.
Where at is that?
That's about 1,000 miles due north.
Oh, doggone, that's hard luck. Just over the Texas border.
Mr. Judson, we'd like your opinion on something. Do you think Bing Crosby should retire?
Well, would you like to, Bing?
Well, it wouldn't be bad to settle down to a little serious golf.
No, that sounds right good. Doctor out here advised me to take up that game for my health, so I went and bought myself 3 golf clubs.
Only 3? Which clubs did you buy?
Lakeside, Hillcrest, and the Hollywood Country Club.
Nice league you have.
Well, that's a good beginning.
Yeah. Now, say, if you do retire, Bing, I'd admire to have you visit me on my ranch. Of course, it ain't much as ranches go in Texas.
How big a patch of ground you got?
Well, I don't rightly know. I sent some fellas out to survey it 10 years ago, and they ain't done yet.
Sounds a bit cramped, don't it?
Yeah, but I got some real fine horses on it. Say, seems to me like I read you used to own some horses yourself.
Well, it's always been a moot question. I can only say they went by that name. They had 4 legs. Some of them, that is.
Yeah. Well, now, I guarantee you'd like these cow ponies of mine.
Cow ponies?
Yep.
Well, what a wonderful combination. You can ride them and milk them, too.
Humor, man. I'm seeing you.
Well, come on, Bing, let's have a decision. Are you going to retire and let me take over your career?
Well, George, in all fairness, I haven't heard you sing at your best. You rascal, you held back on me, you know.
Well, I'll give you another sample.
Okay. This time don't thin it out. Now, lay it on to me the full depth.
Oh, yes, George. Pull the trigger on the shotgun of your throat and let the bullet of melody blast Bing right into retirement.
Okay. Boom, 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 down in the garden where the red rose goes, my honey, oh, mine. I love you so. You love me like a flower, and don't you dare to holler. The Lord, he come and learn the red rose red. Well, what do you say, Bing?
Oh, that does it. I'm going right home and get my golf club.
You're going to retire.
No, I'm going to burn the clubs. I've got work to do.
Good night, folks.